hear me, they can hear you, and they should be able to see the both of us. Welcome, everybody. We're playing Pokemon at home, Breath of the Poke. I'm not sure what to call this one. There's a lot going on in this game. Marty. Playing Pokemon.
Breath of the Poke. I love it.
Breath of the Pokemon. Yeah, and as usual, this is all brought to you by you. Your own content fed right back to you, supported by your money, your eyes, your links that you share to your grandmother. And today, we've got a lovely sponsor being Sovereign Syndicate. We got something to read out, Marty, or do I just let it fly?
No, we could just read out the little ad. Enjoy. Take a little look at Sovereign Syndicate.
All right, have it. There it is.
This video is sponsored by Sovereign Syndicate, a new Victorian steampunk CRPG from Crimson Herring Studio where your successes and failures are decided with tarot cards instead of dice. Fight, talk, and deduce your way through the dark underbelly of this fantastical take on Victorian London. Use your investigative skills to untangle the web of mysterious disappearances and nefarious cults across brothels, opium dens. I'm thinking we'll even find an abandoned Radio Shack. And instead of rolling a d20, the fortunes of your skill checks rely on the favor of the innovative tarot card chance system. What will the fates have in store for you? Sovereign Syndicate is available now to scratch that CRPG itch on PC via Steam and GOG.
Lovely. That's done with. I'm back, and I knew I forgot something. So, this is for Marty's comfort, not you guys. Marty, let them know about all the Patreons and the merchant stuff while I pop up an extra screen so that you can see this too.
Oh my gosh, my golly, of course. Thank you all so much for joining us. I see so many members of the Green Gang over here. Billy Wilbo, Nick Grumbles, Quintuple A, welcome back to that tip jar. Thank you so much for your support over on Patreon, over on YouTube, over on Twitch. Remember, currently all of your donos are going towards that funding goal of Adventures Nice Season 4, live, on location. Airbnbs are booked. Flights are booked. Oh my God, it's coming soon. We appreciate that. Of course, all of your donos here are appreciated and tallied. We're now on the main channel. So I know if you guys are familiar to our live channel, we're not going to be streaming over there anymore. We're doing this on the main channel. So this is your one-stop source for all of your incredible premium edited videos, as well as all of your live streams. So thank you all so much. And I'm excited to dive into Palworld, because this is a game we've seen trailers of quite often. I believe Keighley has shown it off at various annual Keighley festivals. And this is, if we just want to, the elevator pitch that everyone is saying before they've played it is it's Pokemon with guns. But Frost, you've played quite a bit of this. What is this game?
Brother, there's so much going on here. This is, I couldn't help but sing the, come with me and you'll be in a world of copyright infringement. It's everything. And I guess I've got some time in this. Let's start a fresh one though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Second wind.
The Palpago Silence?
That was
beautiful.
That was them. That wasn't me. I'm not that clever. Yeah, that's the in-game lore there. And we'll go through there. I'm not fussy when it comes to customization, albeit of the island or of the characters. So it's just slap it in there.
Sure.
But I guess the strongest review, or not the fullest, the fullest review I could give this game as of right now is it feels like Breath of the Wild, Ark, and a little bit of those automation games. But I would say
Factorio.
A little bit of that. I would say 7 out of 10 in each of those, all strung together.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
Okay, it's a little silly going in there.
And some folks are asking, so this game is entering early access on the 19th, so it is not available yet. It is coming out on Friday. However, the streaming and coverage embargo is up. We got our code last week. Frost has dipped and dodged into it. So I like who we're playing as right now. There's a lot going on right now at this character creator.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
this
beautiful.
One over here.
Tower Dodger, thank you so much. 2 months in the Green Gang, appreciate it. Next on Second Wind, Pokemon commits war crimes. So we've seen in trailers of this game, there's guns. There is sort of setting up factories and seemingly putting your Pokemon or your pals into labor camps. But then there also feels like there's Breath of the Wild-esque exploration. There's some multiplayer components. A lot is going on.
There's a Wii U on the beach. What's that about?
There's just a Wii U. This is all automatically Breath of the Wild vibes coming there. Your Sheikah Slate.
Sheikah Slate. Where am I going to charge it? I don't know.
Exactly.
But
Harry Sun, welcome back to the Tip Jar, and Eric in the Green Gang for 2 months. What about bootleg game with a budget? I kind of like that. I kind of like being like, this could have been taken as a cheap joke, but it feels like there's a lot of work was put into this, which I appreciate.
Bootleg game with a budget?
Yeah.
What would that what would that be considered? What would that be called?
I don't know.
What is... Hold on. I've played this enough. That sound... Oh my god! Okay, let me tell you this right now.
What, you found a pocket monster?
That's a sparkler, or whatever the hell they're called in Pokemon. That's a rare. That's the rarest chicken you're ever going to see in your life.
Oh, that's a shiny!
Yeah, it's a shiny. That's the first time I've ever seen one, and Christ alive, it's annoying. Okay, so let me...
Oh my god, we got a shiny.
You need the balls, obviously, like all Pokemon games. You need to get the balls. And to get the balls, we need to pick up stones, pick up sticks, pick up... There it is, the Paldium fragments so that you can actually make your balls. But you need a crafting table for survival crafters. You ever get into any survival crafters, Marty? Minecraft, Ark, any of them?
No, I mean, the most I was crafting was in Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild, which is not... That's like baby's first craft 'em up. So, no, I haven't done too much crafting. How about you? Do you have a long history of crafting?
I have a huge history with crafting. Like, it's just something about that core gameplay loop of just... This stick has gotten me for, like... It's almost a Metroidvania in the brain of, like, go from stick to stone to metal to gun eventually. That's kind of like the new way that we're going to gun. Let me get that back.
There was some there's some I already seen some Ark comparisons in the chat as well, and you mentioned Ark when you were telling me about this game earlier.
I'd say that was pretty close. Ark is... I would almost say this does feel at first like a Pokemon mod for Ark. And it's, honestly, it's like the natural evolution, because if you're not into the survival crafting scene, there is eventually the Pokemon mod. Because this is kind of like a deep desire that everyone's had for so long. Even Minecraft has Pokemon mods. Mm-hmm. Those of you who do know, it's called Pixelmon. So,
it's a little Pixelmon.
I'm in here like, sure, you know what? It's a meme, it's a goof, it's whatever. But as you get through into the game, it starts answering that question more and more of, can it stand on its own? Like, at what point does it become its own game? And there's no sense of originality, really. So that's the question there, Marty. Like, at what point does a game become its own?
Yeah, if you put enough familiar things in an unexpected combination, does it feel unique at that point? Does it feel like, oh, this is you've created something new, even though every element feels familiar?
Every element feels familiar, and then I guess there's two big things that come out. It's like, survival crafting games tend to be super bare bones at the start. If nothing else, this makes me go, wow, back in my day, there was like, they start with nothing in early access. You kids are spoiled.
Yeah.
This is almost a full-fledged game. I've tried to run to the late game to try and see what's there, and I'm just like, okay, this is definitely number one, worth the $30, and number two.
Did you start in this same place before? Like, is this your Great Plateau?
Yeah, actually, yes, this is your Great Plateau. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me make some stone real quick so I can get a Minecrafting axe. I hope that chicken.
A couple folks are saying that when the cameras are a bit choppy, is it? Do we think that's? Are you running the game in like crazy mode?
No, shouldn't be.
Is it like 10,000 by 2,000?
Game settings. Let's see here. Frames might have been a bit high.
Maybe too many frames.
Yeah,
TMS.
Too many of the frames. That should be slightly better there.
Chat, let us know how.
We'll see as we go around.
Things.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you who used to watch those wishlist streams, you know that sometimes these games they're not the most optimized at launch.
Yeah, and a reminder: this game, the embargo is up, so we can talk about it. However, early access. It is entering early access on the 19th on Friday. So. You can't purchase it now. You will be able to purchase it on Friday. I believe it is going to be $30 at launch. It is also going to be part of Game Pass, both on PC and on Xbox, and it is multiplayer. However, we were only able to secure one single code for this pre-release period. But listen, if you guys are digging this, on Friday we'll have a lot more codes, so we'll be able to hop in and see what sort of nastiness we can get into.
So that's the first interesting thing there, Marty, is that a lot of these early survival crafting games, you're kind of the content. It's like there isn't content, but you could beat up on each other. right?
Yeah,
They're very
yeah.
much better with friends here. This game's kind of flexing in that, like, oh, I've got so much content, and it's you can play this offline and single player, or just invite people to your island. Like, you don't have to interact with anyone.
So that's nice. It's not one of those multiplayer mandatory thing. If you want to just live a solitary Palworld life, then you can do that.
All right, now here's the main core loop. You beat him up and get him weak. Oh my god, he's so strong. He's not supposed to be that strong.
He's very big.
He's very strong. He's big,
way
very
bigger.
large and in charge. Oh, okay. You know what? I think he just lives there now. Oh,
This is his home.
Jesus.
You're just visiting.
yeah. I think he's just my roommate now. Let's get a different guy. Oh my god, I've never seen a rare. I've played for like 40 hours, and that's the first rare I've seen.
It's
All right,
happening.
this is what it's supposed to look like. You get him nice and low. Oh, not too low.
We want low, but not
Yeah,
that
get
low.
him.
That's too low.
Nice and low, and they go in the bowl. Boom! You just caught yourself a Pokemon.
A Cativa?
It's
Incredible.
legally distinct Meowth.
Geldon with a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Geldon. All that's going towards Adventures Night Season 4. As you can see at the top, you guys are doing so well. Over $7,000 the way there. We can smash or pass them before Markiplier does. I don't know what that means. I know who Markiplier is, but I don't know what that means.
All right, I'm gonna leave him down like right here because I'm probably gonna go nuts hearing that sound and not being able to collect him for a while because he's freaking out. I'm tempted to just start a new world and keep him in this one. All right.
Lower, I noticed that too. The laser was directly above the Wild Guardian. It's
Yep.
fine.
Let's see. All right, that's for fast travel and whatnot. Shoot. See, question there. Will that sound get annoying for everyone? Because I feel like we should start a different world just so it could be a little more peaceful.
What's like? What about this world
I just walk
is
away.
unpeaceful?
Oh, just him and that sound. That'll probably be like pretty annoying. Like you can set up camp wherever you want, but this is a pretty good enough starting space. This is actually kind of odd because it's not one of those here throw you in the middle of the world and you just kind of like find your way. It's got a really nice tutorial that gets you through the first boss. You can get it all done within like 2 hours. Let's see how far we can get across in that. And then from there, it's just like, oh, okay. Slowly guides you through your baby steps, and then you figure your way out from elsewhere.
I like that.
If you do die, you can respawn in different places on the map, which is like kind of odd because I'm not sure how they've balanced the rest of it.
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of question marks on this game still. Even having Frost having played it, it is launching into early access. We have not seen what it is going to be like when tens of hundreds of thousands of people are jumping in. And Frost, you do think this is going to be a pretty big game?
I think so. Yeah. All right. Let me recover from the rare chicken panic. All right. We're settled back
rare
up.
Chicken panic.
Let's follow the tutorial. All right. Build yourself a PAL box in an open space. These games are you can be prone to a little executive dysfunction, Marty. You know, like, oh, I have so many things to do because I want to catch Pokemon, but now I have to craft balls. But to craft balls, I have to go find other Pokemon, right? So I would say you follow the tutorial, but you keep in mind that the main thing that you want to do is level yourself up so that everything else can get stronger. So with that in mind, do what you want until you have to do what you need. Is kind of how I go about it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and access it. This is like your Pokemon inventory. You can just put them in the box, right? But if you put them here, they come down and they work for you. So depending on their type and depending on what I'm doing, they'll interact. So like a fire Pokemon will cook for me, and I don't have to bother with cooking. There's a bit of automation there. He's a miner. He's getting rocks for me.
Finally, we're putting our Pokemon to work.
Yeah, exactly. They are working for you, so you can just sort of like throw and forget.
Yeah.
Use your tab to open your inventory. Okay. Teaches you how to eat. Queso. Lovely. So yeah, strengthen your stats. I already did that. Or at least I got to level up again. And then capture some Pokemons. All right. Nice and easy going. Now, I'd say this game leans more towards Arc and survival crafting. This is survival crafters who want a bit of Pokemon, not Pokemon who want a bit of survival crafting. There's a big distinction because as you find going through this, you start feeling a bit lonely. There's not that world, the world building, and there's definitely not the like sort of humanity, right? There's so many people that you run into in Pokemon. This one has people, but it's more desolate. This is not Pokemon Emerald. This is Pokemon Fossil. We're like, this is primitive.
Hey, that's not a bad idea for a Pokemon game. Write it down. Game Freak, Pokemon Company. Get on it.
Strengthen it. All right, but big thing right now.
Are there? I mean, you're saying it's kind of lacking that humanity. Are there towns? Are there like settlements? Like, do you come across people, or is this like this is a frontier and you are trying to tame it?
No, there's lore. There's journals scrapped around, very arc in that way of like this island actually exists in our world. The lore behind it is that some cartographer was looking at maps and found, you know what? There's like this area in the world that there should be something there, but there's not. So he sailed forth and he found this whole island. He's the one that named it Palworld, Palpego's Island, so to speak. And then you find there are military groups. There's also like old primitive groups that try to like keep the island safe. And you will find settlements. You will find like dungeons. You'll find fortifications and all kinds of stuff. There are people, but it's not as lively as you'd want from like a Pokemon game.
Sure.
They're very.
We're already seeing
video
games.
Things.
Yeah, and the things you are doing are very, folks who play a lot of crafting games are familiar with you taking your pickaxe out and chomping away at a little ingot.
Chomping away at the rocks and the stones. Yeah. And it may feel like almost underwhelming in that sense early for, again, Pokemon lovers, because if you look, there's a cat, there's a sheep, and there's chickens. Sure. Those ain't Pokemons, them's farm animals, like, what's going on?
There's some cat-like ones and some sheep-like.
Yeah, but like right at the start of any Pokemon game, like who's hunting chicken and cats and sheep? Right. Oh, and there is climbing.
We can get our Meowth. We can get our Pidgeys.
That early? Like
I hear it.
Yeah, there he is. Go away. I don't have a ball.
Chris S. Welcome to Tip Jar. Thank you so much, Chris, over in YouTube.
I do like that you can actually climb in this game. That's why it's got some of that Breath of the Wild feel. I'm not sure what those games are because this was made by Pocket Pair, who were trying before to capitalize on Breath of the Wild, but I guess they kind of needed a theme. Because this feels a lot like that game, except now you've got Pokemon instead of...
Yeah, you're thinking of Craftopia?
Craftopia, yeah. I played that one, and it was... it had a lot going on for it, but it got very, very samey within the first two regions.
Yeah, and it seems like they've kind of moved away over here to Palworld, which, again, launching in early access on Friday the 19th on Steam, also a part of Xbox and PC Game Pass.
There you go. Oh, and he helps, too. Look at that. Me and my son.
Incredible. My wonderful son.
My boy. Except that's the like laziest Pokemon in the entire place, so you're going to want to upgrade it over and over. All right, where we go? We got to find, we got to level up. We got to start smacking other things around. We got to keep her going.
You know what I'm in dire need of? Do we get some sort of a hang glider?
You do.
Yes.
You get a hang glider, you get a grapple gun. You can get mounts, and it's super early, too. You got really quick in there. Let me see here. All right, current technology.
And True Glitch, thank you so much for the sub over in Prime. Appreciate it, True Glitch.
Add some stats. My weight. I always just pack mule myself because I hate having to dump my stuff over and over.
Cade Brockhausen with $2 dono. Thank you so much, Cade. I see you can play as a big lady. Can I be a big man? Yeah, if you scroll back to the beginning of the stream, there's just a big old character creator. You can be whatever you want. You can live your Palworld dream.
Look at me. The dye is so thick, my hands clip through. Isn't that beautiful?
Your arm was like it's broken.
All right, give me these here. Give me that there. It's given me different urges. I'd say, Marty. It's got the pull yourself up, like roughing it, that roughing it feel. Because I'm not going to go camping in real life. There's like bugs and stuff out there. You're roughing it, and that feeling to want to be the best, like no one ever was, as it slowly opens itself up. This is actually like really one of the nicer tutorials, because I'd say what's kind of off-putting about the other ones is sometimes they just throw you in hell. It's straight up.
Yeah.
What an awful place to start in. And you think maybe
Learn
that's
to
the whole
survive.
game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Seeing the water here, that reminds me, the water areas are kind of like, I'd say the weaker part right now, because I don't think the Pokemons really swim, more so that they just kind of hover over.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, pals. Sorry, not the Pokemans. I'm surprised this.
Lampy with 200 bits over in Twitch. Thank you so much, Lampy. So, when are you going to be launching the second win Palworld community server? Frost, you were saying you were thinking about launching your own little server, the little goblin corner.
Oh yeah.
All goblins welcome to Frost server.
Oh man, yeah. I specifically, I was like, it's time. I bought some PC. I bought some PC upgrades just so I can do a long playthrough after all this. Like, I'm excited.
I thought you were gonna say I bought some PCP, and you're like, I'm just gonna
PCP,
play it all weekend, and I'm like, Frost.
Just for video games.
Oh no,
it's all right. I'm ahead in like some cold takes. You know, like you'll still get.
Yeah,
them.
that's fine. It's fine. You got a couple banks.
I just won't be there. Like physically,
Fearless
I'm here.
Yeah. Fearless, thank you so much for the sub over on Prime. Appreciate it. Oh, and appreciate the patronage as well, Fearless. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. I can see my archers will recognize these the level unlocks where you have to level your character physically has to level themselves up so that you can be capable of acquiring all of these unlocks, and that's kind of nice because even though they keep some hidden from you, you also get a nice glimpse. And that's the first thing I wanted to say. Even though it was so meme about Pokemon with guns, I put in like 20 to like a good bit of hours on 2 playthroughs, and it takes a while to get like to the guns. It's kind of nice. It doesn't give you this tonal whiplash. It's just so slow in the ways get there. But you can customize that if you just want to get straight to the guns. All right, there we go.
What if a Call of Duty game did that? Take 20 hours to get to the guns?
20 hours to get to the, like, what's it start off as? Like a bureaucrat em up, like papers, please.
Yeah, just doing a bunch of push-ups and burpees. Training camp burpees.
That's the first thing they do, though, is they send you through the gulag.
There you go.
All right, give me this hip.
Tommy Salty with a 10 Zwoti donation. Thank you so much, Tommy. Nick exploded himself again playing the finals. Nick,
did he?
He probably did that. He gets too excited. He wants to do the wall demolition, and he just blows himself up.
That's my favorite bit, though. Like, what?
The wall demolition.
The wall
is
demolition.
Very good.
Like, every game should have wall breaking nowadays. Dredge, that's all it was lacking. It would have been game of the year, indie or not.
Yeah.
A little wall demolition.
Blow up the walls.
Yeah, like that.
And Fearless said, by the way, Frost really enjoyed this week's cold take. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank
nice
you.
Nice little take on Hades.
Yeah, go watch it again as we work on another one.
There you go.
No.
Because like the Palworld, like the Pals, our work is never done.
Never done. Yeah. I'd say the big standout things, the quality of life measures. Again, this almost like shows my age, because back in my day, it was you manage your inventory and you manage your storage and all that good stuff. Whereas now it's just like, if you have a chest somewhere and you dump all your stuff, and you can just keep making chests and dump it. You can go back to your crafting table, and if it's like, oh, it's in the area, sure, I'll just make it. Like, you don't have to bring it to the table or anything like that. It's just streamlined, like, to an insane degree. All right, let's see. I say just to have a little focus, because I get too excited and I end up doing nothing.
There's so much to do. Yeah, we got to figure out what like, do we have a goal?
Yes.
What's our goal right now for this?
The goal right now is the tutorial on the top right. The overall goal, as the Wii U said on the sand, was the towers are the key. You'll see that tower there. As a big old, those are like, what is it? Trainer fights in Pokemon?
Okay. Yeah,
so
you're fighting other
each
trainers,
of these,
gym
like,
battles.
You see one over there in the lava region. You see one right there.
Yeah.
You see over there in the snow region.
A combination of gyms from Pokemon and Sheikah Towers from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
So,
but they play out like Arc, where you summon just a big dino, but it's a big Poco.
This is beautiful.
Big old Poco and
a couple of Giga Pokemon.
Massive Pokemans.
And thank you everyone on Twitch for that hype train. Lampy, 200 bits. The real monster is that Cold Take was the person playing Hades with a mouse. Were you playing Hades with a mouse?
All right, I like controller and I like keyboard and mouse, but Hades is way better with a mouse.
Wow.
100%.
Look at you.
Because you could go in different directions that way.
And then Keeper Dace with 300 bits. Thank you so much, Keeper. Watching on mute while on a work call, but still want to support. Thank you so much, Keeper. You can't hear because it's on mute, but I love you. Who is this man?
He's a merchant. This is the
Who's
first
this foppish little boy.
Like, even though he says wandering merchant, this is the first one I've ever seen actually wander. Like, I've seen a rare, and now this guy. That's crazy.
Beautiful.
Cool. You can kill them, but then it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. And
there
then,
you go.
You'll set off the cops. They won't come get you. All right, let's build up the base day 1 because it's gonna be nighttime, and then we're gonna go out and explore day 2.
Oh no! What happens at night? What happens at night?
Bad Pokemon, just like real
Oh
Pokemon.
no!
Bad Pokemon.
And Sebastian with a $2 dono over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Can you put the pals to work making knockoff jeans?
Yes, actually, they make my armor. They make my Genkos, my armored Genkos.
My Jinkos? Your Jicknos? And Nick the OG with 100 bits. Thank you so much, Nick. Hades is better with a mouse. A legit hot take from Frosty the Cold Take, man.
It depends on the weapon. If you look at the weapons I was using in that, definitely better with the mouse.
Over mouse weapons?
Yeah, definitely. There's some, it's just like the controller, you can spam it a lot better. But
yeah.
What's he doing? He's a freeloading, man.
Yeah, he's kind of like chasing. He's trying to steal. You're gonna go to sleep. He's gonna steal your little pal pocket monster.
I don't trust him. I mean, he might. Too close to another facility. All right, I put the bad boy right here. Build him up. Build him up. Build him up. Put this one around here. Actually, like, you've worked in this industry for so long, and I'm not gonna game shame you. You play whatever you want.
No, please.
But it is more so of like you've never played any Arc, any Rust, just out of, I guess, exposure. Just like, I wonder what...
No, I'm just not. My thought is always, I don't play multiplayer games in my free time. Sure. I don't really, nothing like that sort of thing doesn't spark joy in me. So if someone asks me what's my take on the stuff, I'm like, legitimately, I don't have a take because my take would be useless to you.
Sure.
I'm a firm believer that you don't have to have an opinion on everything, even though we are literally in the business of takes. If I don't have an opinion on something, I'll just say go to the next person who's much more educated on something than I am and get their take on it. So yeah, it's just a big crafting games, MMOs, just a lot of multiplayer games are just a big blind spot for me, and it's kind of something as I've gotten older I've just come to terms with, and I'm like, that's fine. Just hundreds of thousands of people out there who that's their jam. So
yeah, that's why I'm interested, because I think we all assumed it was going to be more Arc, more Rust, and they do have. I imagine they're going to have those big servers with just raid fights and all that. But this is really, like, it's got so much as just single player. Oh my god, it is. Yeah, like that breath of the Pokemon. It's just
you created a nice little house as well.
Yeah,
let me say, I'm
just
very impressed by your house.
Just necessary for somewhere to sleep. All right, let's put the storage stuff down, and then I'm gonna get a bunch of balls, level up, and off we go. Oh my goodness, that's honorable though, Marty, because you almost feel pressed to have an opinion nowadays. But to just have like, I don't have one. Next guy, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, I don't. Anytime something happens, I don't feel the need to go to Twitter and be like, "Well, here's my 2 cents." It's like, well, that currency translation doesn't even work. I'll talk about the things that interest me or that spark passion in me or that I actually, have something. But I'm just not going to create a false opinion just for the sake of having one.
What would you tweet about? Like, what draws that passion enough to use?
Sonic the Hedgehog passed away.
If
Sega announced that Sonic the Hedgehog passed away in an automobile accident, I think I would have an opinion on that.
Just an opinion.
Yeah, I'd have an opinion. Well, I'd say that there's a little some of the details here don't really add up. So I wouldn't call it a false flag operation,
sure.
But yeah,
doesn't seem legit to you say?
No.
All right. Okay. All right. And now
Kate Brockhausen with a $5 dono. Quick. I literally broke my controller playing Hades, mashed so hard on the B button that it just stopped responding to inputs. What's the highest heat you've beaten?
Highest heat?
You got that high heat?
I don't remember. I don't personally. I don't count. I don't count it. I think most of my runs were in the early access, and I don't think the heat was even a thing then.
Yeah,
I've done a few.
I know there's some folks like Deebs was playing through it recently, talking about his high heats.
Yep. All right, now where is it? This is the compartmentalization of the different gameplay loops, like I was saying. Because some people do need goals, right? Obviously, you need some goals. You've got the tutorial here for you, but you can also this box here has its own missions to like guide you through. As you make it bigger, you can have more pals, which means more automation, which means more resources for you, so that you can get stronger, so that you can go on and catch more things.
Gotcha. Beautiful.
I'll put this dude in here.
Palworld Miracle. And Lampy with 200 bits. Thank you so much, Lampy. To be fair, Marty, you did say that Sonic wasn't for you and that you didn't want to play it. And look at you now. That is true. See, sometimes our opinions change.
Yeah, but you're like the face of there are no good Sonic games. So
I am. And then look at me now. The world's #1 Sonic Adventure 1 fan. The world's #1 Sonic Frontiers defender.
Like you like an opinion was foisted upon you.
Yeah. And then SVS Guru with a €2 dono. Thank you so much, SVS Guru. How is the game so far? You said this opening. This is a good onboarding.
Yes.
For sort of an open world craft 'em up survival game.
Especially for people who haven't done it, and anyone who has, it's like, hey, get familiar with the new systems, because that's sort of the even though the base is the same, you kind of have to. It's like Souls games, right? Oh, what's your Estus? You know, what's your what do you call your health bar now?
Sure.
Now I'm gonna go beat Pokemons and collect them. Oh, there he goes. He knows. He heard me. We'll
he knows.
Yeah.
This game's picking up your microphone, and so he heard you say that.
Yeah, damn. Imagine in-game mic. He's just sleeping though.
Jesus.
Is that enough? It's late enough. You got to get him kind of low. It also does that fun little Pokemon thing of this is genuinely kind of what I've always wanted out of Pokemon. Not beating chickens with a mallet, but just third-person exploration, and it translates so well in that, like, I was going through the brushes, and look, there was a Pokeball, there was a chest,
yeah,
was, all this random stuff here. Oh no, poor guy. Oh, and I was trying to answer to the meme where it's like it's all Pokemons in slavery, but there's genuinely nothing but consequence for mistreating like your pals. You do have to take care of them. You do have to be nice to them. You have to do like
I mean, or what?
or they lose their sanity.
Oh no.
Yeah, or they lose their sanity. You'd think, oh, maybe I have to decide between catching them and killing them for resources, but no, if you catch them, you get the resources the exact same way. Come here. The only thing I would say, though, is I think they should have put some uglier Pokemon here, because it just feels bad. Like, I understand PETA now. We're like, Pokemon is animal abuse. It's like, no, it's not. But with this game, I'm like, Palworld might be animal abuse. I think he's trap happy. He's like, oh no, he's gonna collect me.
So if you collect a bunch, like, is there what's the sort of the point of collecting a bunch of the same? Like, is there are we like taking 30 of them and turning them into like a mega sheep or anything like that?
You can okay, so there's different uses. On the right, you can see right now it says 3 out of 10. The first 10 of the same type that you catch give you extra XP than just doing the 11th and the 12th. So you always want to catch, you're incentivized to catch 1 of each, because that's the biggest XP that you'll ever get, and then 10 of each. But then later, let's just say you have too many, you can put them in a machine and drain their essence to grow others. So,
okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, Pokemon Go, you can turn them into candies.
Okay.
That makes sense. You get rid of them, and you turn them into candies. You don't like turn them into food and feed them to the other ones, though.
Not that I know of. I've never fed one to another.
We still have time.
But it's also what gives you power, I would say.
Sure.
Then the higher the level of the Pokemon that you catch, the higher your power levels are going to go, and you need that to unlock everything else. So that's where that loop is. The main focus is you have to grow. Like, if you want to explore, you have to grow your own power level. If you want to catch stuff, you have to grow your own power level. So it all loops back into that. So again, it's just do whatever you want until you got to do the thing you need.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, Ash needs to beat the gyms to become a better trainer to catch higher level Pokemon. Yeah. I get that. Is there a lot of survival games you're thinking about? I need to eat. I need to hydrate. I need to stay warm. How kind of finicky are those systems in this game?
It's more like Zelda. You have to, if you're in a hot place, stay not hot. If you're in a cold place, stay not cold. You don't have to hydrate. You do have to eat.
Yeah.
And that's mostly so that if you're starving, you take damage, but to heal, you also just have to be topped off.
That makes sense.
But I think it's
That's just like
more
real life.
to get you into the habit of carrying food on you because you have to feed your team. That's
So you're like a mom at a soccer game giving orange slices.
yeah, in that sense, because you're incentivized to have your team while you're wandering around. Because all the right now, these are the guys by default the ones you catch if they're empty.
Yeah, sure.
Because I can just make them fight. I can get them to help me out.
You can just start up a little pal fighting ring.
Oh god, I don't think you can make them fight each other.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't have little chickpea cockfighting here.
Lampy with 200 bits. Thank you so much, Lampy, over on Twitch. Can you give any of the pals a 9-to-5 desk job and have them do your finances or run HR? Could you imagine a little Palworld HR department? What just happened there? You just did that very quickly.
I was just eating. That's more so the quality of life I'm talking about. Of there's no big eating animation because sometimes you just want to scarf down a bunch of things.
Sure. And so some people might be like, well, that's missing a little bit of the pomp and the revelry of eating. You're like, yeah, but I got it done extremely quickly, and now I can move on.
So just do the next thing. The game doesn't get in your way. I think that's
you're eating to live, not living to eat.
Yeah.
An SVS Guru with a €20 dono. Thank you so much, SVS Guru, helping out that donation goal at the top of the screen for Adventures Nice Season 4 with Yachts and Jack and Amy and Jesse and Gem Mate. Really, the only difference between this and Pokemon is that here you're brutalizing the critters yourself instead of the proxy through other Pokemon. Like the trolley problem and the lever versus pushing a fat guy down a bridge. Jesus. Yes, it's that. This is our modern day trolley problem.
Am I the only one who wanted that? Where it's like, Charizard, go, and it shits the bed, and I'll do it myself.
I'll just get it,
I'll put a cat and the ball.
Yeah.
Down here.
CFOS, this game does have multiplayer. Yes, correct.
Yes,
it does
yes,
have
it does.
co-op. Again, we are playing a pre-release version. The game is out in early access on Friday for everyone. Also part of Game Pass on Xbox and PC. And so we'll be able to play multiplayer then.
Yeah. The island's also bespoke. I think for a while it was a lot of procedural generation in survival crafting games, and then I want to say Rust and Ark were the ones that go, no, let's just make it so that it's the same map every time. But I much prefer getting accustomed to the environment.
Sure.
Oh, we'll see here. You've also got a little Elden Ring action. Yeah, look, the big roaming boss right at the start in front of the church that's over there. Oh, deja vu.
Oh my God, beautiful! I love it.
Exact same thing. Yeah. And this is the fun part for you explorer type people. These statue things are all over the entire island, and once you unlock one, you can just fast travel to them, and it'll slowly open up the map for you as you are traveling around.
Gotcha.
And it is
beautiful.
A massive map. The map is huge. I've been to all the edges. That's
massive. Bigger than Delaware. That's bigger than the entire state of Delaware.
It's not a Colorado game anymore.
Not a Colorado game anymore.
Alright, let's see here. We got 2 more balls. But obviously as you get further out from the start, the Pokemon or the pals, god dang it. The pals get stronger. They're gonna be harder to catch too. You have to upgrade your balls, so to speak. But you also find more utility, like that one right there. It can cut down trees for me. Automates it for myself. So you're always incentivized.
There you go.
If you come in here and all you want to do is survival craft, you will have to engage with the rest of the mechanics. If you just want to explore, you're gonna have to engage with everything else, which I kind of like. All right, where is that boy at? You get to fly, yes, and pretty early, like level 12 or something. You can grab one of those, make a saddle, fly all around. I think through here though, today we'll get to the monkey flamethrower and the first boss, I think.
Monkey flamethrower and the first boss. As a little housekeeping, apparently our our cameras are a bit choppy, a bit wonky.
Are they? Yeah, I'd imagine. I mean, I could turn it down to
Nick
low.
suggest possible restarting the Discord call or hopping in that our podcast call.
Oh, we could try the podcast one. Let's try the podcast one.
Okay, we're gonna hop out of this and go to the podcast call. We'll be back in 2 seconds, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Hold on. Where is the blasted thing? Fixing this in this jiffy. Everybody can see my secret messages. I am lost. Where is it? There it is. No, that's not it. Oh, scroll up, scroll down. There's Marty. All right, I got lost in the mall.
I got a little lost too, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of rooms in this place. Okay, let's see here. Open the chat.
Rooms keep forming. I'm back. I've returned.
There you are. Okay, share screen. There's me, and then there's me again.
Perfecto. Yeah, I don't know if it's being wonky because you're sharing the stream with me. I'm also fine. I can live without sharing.
Yeah, well, all right, we'll get rid of that one.
We'll see. Yeah.
That one's there. It's just us. Cool. All right, we'll fix this one up a bit. It is a bit like on the CPU intensive side.
I was about to say, like you mentioned with wishlist games prior, a lot of times these smaller games, these early access games, are not as optimized as a lot of the AAA games that we see and that we stream, and so a lot of times these are kind of just problems that get some wonkiness going on.
Yeah, like that's almost.
But it was grand until Frost started sharing with you, so there you go. So you know what? Everyone else gets gameplay. I don't get gameplay, but I got gameplay up here. Think about that.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about games all the time.
Thinking about all the games. What are the games that have come to mind so far that have sparked?
While playing this game?
Well, yeah, while watching this game so far.
While watching this game, I'm seeing the crafting games. I'm getting a little bit of that Breath of the Wild. You know what game I was getting a little tickle of? Death Stranding. I don't know. That's not a crafting game. But if we're talking about craft 'em ups, that might be the most crafting I've ever done in a game was Death Stranding. Building a little ladder so that the dude behind me can have a ladder. I don't even know who this dude is. He might be a serial killer, but I built him a ladder.
Like, I hate to be the guy that says, "Oh, it's like Breath of the Wild," because I feel like that genre is kind of opening up in a way.
Sure.
What is this called? It feels like I have to go back to studying art and finding out the actual names for things. But like,
I mean, we might be at a point where, we just might be at a point where we need to figure out, like, is this a genre we're gonna have to name? Yahtzee has a lot of history naming genres, but that's something like if we get more and more games that have a little sprinkling of this, like we were talking about with Metroidvanias yesterday, where some games feel like a Metroid/Vania game, and other games just have kind of use it as seasoning, use it as flavoring.
Like, but I don't know, it's just funny to me that they tend to look the same. What causes that? It's like,
it's that similar art style.
Is it all the same? Is everyone using the same acid pack? What's happening?
I don't know, and it's also, I don't know. There's like a coloring and a lighting that maybe it's less even Breath of the Wild and more of Fortnite. This also looks like that, and that's probably the one that folks are pulling from, right?
Absolutely heresy. You dare call these all? They're all mimicking Fortnite.
Fortum-ups.
All right, let's see. Let's get back to the normal area. Might have to drop the settings a bit, but we'll live.
And Lampy with a 200-bit dono, thank you so much. To capitalize on what's hot on Twitch right now, Frost should train his cat to play Palworld. Do you think your cat? Do you think Little Brinks will like Palworld?
I don't think she'd be very happy if I taught her this game. She's a princess, huh?
All right.
Put that one there. Put that one through there. Okay, increasing your levels. So then this is when the loop starts going, and I'm trying to figure out how many stones and how many trees I'm gonna need.
There you go.
All right. Okay, increase your level, build up your base until it reaches level 7. Yeah, we'll just follow some of these for now. Quick little missions. Straw beds, feed box. So you gotta feed them. You gotta feed them where they do go insane. They actually go on strike.
Oh my God! Did they form a union?
I'm not sure. They just like I refuse to work and I sleep with the door closed in case they like try to get me at night. I don't trust these guys.
Incredible.
Yeah, what does Nintendo think? I don't care about any reviewer's opinion about this game. I want to know what Nintendo thinks about this game.
This game is way less Pokemon than the early trailers were making it out to be. I think I agree with you that this is a crafting game with some Pokemon elements as opposed to a Pokemon game with some crafting elements.
I think part of that
feel
is due to the exposure rate. It is slow, but as you go through, like once I got the flying mount, which wasn't but like level 15 or something, and I checked out the entire world, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, this is just like you're in the Pokemon Safari zone at that point.
Okay, we'll see how we feel by the end of the stream. But I mean, Nintendo can't copyright little critters. You know, we got Digimons, we got Monster Ranchers out there, we got Yu-Gi-Ohs, we got all sorts of we got the demons and the mythological gods of Shin Megami Tensei and Persona.
What makes a Pokemon then?
That's a question for you and your priest.
That philosophy no, because the Christians don't like Pokemon. I remember
they
that.
do not.
I was raised around that.
Satanic panic
because of
back up in the 90s.
What word? It was I think evolution. Because of Pokevolution, they're the devil. All right,
and then Nick the OG with 100 bits over on Twitch. Thank you so much, Nick. In my opinion, they're all so similar, so players will be inclined to try new ones. Less to learn. Metal always goes copper to tin to bronze to iron to gold to special named one. Yeah, I guess there's just certain things that folks have become accustomed to, and so there's like a visual or sort of mechanical familiarity with these things.
Familiarity. I mean, like Vampire Survivors, even though a lot of them just kind of rip it off. I just can't get enough of the gameplay, so sometimes all you need is a new coat of paint. Like what?
Yeah.
What separates one Mexican restaurant from another? Usually, it's not much more than decor.
It's the horchata.
The horchata is really what defines it's what separates the men from the hombres. All right, create that shield while you're at it here. More wood, more stone, as he defines that all.
Beautiful.
Opens back up. So I can get
I don't know. A lot of people in chat are like counting down the days till Nintendo suing these guys. I don't see it happening. I honestly don't see enough of the crossover with Pokemon. People are saying that the animals look like Pokemon. They just look like animals. Like, I don't know.
These are just the only three.
Yeah.
Got a PAL deck. You know, the systems as well are like a little heavy. Like, you know, boom. What's he do?
I guess that does look like the sheep Pokemon. The Wooloo. That just looks like a chicken.
That's just a chicken. Yeah. Well, as we get further along, because you do expand. I think that'll be the. I don't think the complaints are going to be. Oh, it's just memes and guns. If anything, I think someone expecting memes and guns is going to find a little more to chew on and be like, and maybe that's the disappointment. I'm like, wait a minute, there's actually a real game here. I was here for memes. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
All right, start the production with you. You're good. You're good. What did you want? You wanted me to make you a bed. Oh, always asking for beds. More wood. Then I gotta figure out what I want to catch here. Well, I think maybe it's more about people who aren't big Pokemon fans, because I played a lot of Pokemon Fire Red, so that was one of the first ones, wasn't it?
Well, Red and Blue were the first ones. Fire Red and Leaf Green were the remakes.
Okay, it was just Red, but I call it Fire Red because that's redundant.
It does sound cooler, to be honest.
Well, I just thought that was the name.
That was the name of the one of the games. Maybe that's the one you played on Game Boy Advance.
No, it was definitely just Red, because my friend had Green, and we would just play them in
No, if it was Green, then it was Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Okay,
because Green was never released in America.
It was Black
Green
and White.
No, black. Well, the games were called Black and White.
No, the games were Black and White.
Okay, well then.
Was that Red? Like the original?
Red and Blue were the original monochromatic Game Boy ones before Game Boy had color. But there were also Pokemon games called Pokemon Black and Pokemon White, which makes this all extremely confusing.
I don't know. It just never stops, does it? All right. Give me that there, and then what's he wanted here? Mission, straw bed field box. All right, upgraded campfire, and then deploy a pal to the base. That'll be easy. Let's get some of these done up here. Now, you're not a lawyer, and I don't know if you're as well read as one in that department. What would be Nintendo's case?
I just don't think it's here. That's my thing. Is like when they've gone after things, they've been things that use direct assets. They've been like really detailed mods, sort of really clearly hinging on the IP. Like there are platform like there are. Immortals Phoenix Rising was built on it felt like the fundamental shell of Breath of the Wild. Nintendo didn't go after Ubisoft for that. Granted, Ubisoft's a partner, but the stuff Nintendo tends to go after are the things that are directly dealing with their actual IP, with their actual assets, with their actual code. Or just using their games in certain ways, like Smash tournaments, as opposed to this has critters like Pokemon. So
okay, that one. Using their games certain. Okay, just because it is an actual Smash game, but like, I mean, you don't think the company that doesn't like how people play their games wouldn't come after someone who essentially messes with their image? 'Cause I still can't stop calling them Pokemon. They're pals. Sure. It's the pal deck, not the Poke deck.
Yeah,
I just can't. Yeah. Are they going to sue me then? Am I in danger?
You might be in danger, and thus all of Second Wind is at danger. So this is a risk to our livelihood. So we appreciate all the donations and memberships, like SVS Guru with a €5 dono. Frost, did you ever fall for the Mew is hidden behind a truck rumor? Because I sure did. Do you remember that? That was one of the early old wives' tales of Pokemon, was that you could find the mysterious 151st Pokemon. He's hidden behind a single truck. It was like a single truck down by Lavender Town or down by the SSN or something. And he wasn't there. It was just kids lying to each other.
I was like, was it real? Oh.
Nah, we just lied to each other.
Yeah, see, that was fun. The early days of the internet where we could get away with lying to each other. Now, a lie lasts but 10 seconds. It lasts but a Google search.
Yeah.
So
last but a Google search.
Last but a Google search. Yeah, that's just not as fun anymore. No, I didn't fall into that because you got to get pretty deep to get to that section. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my run always ended at the casino.
Yeah. Well, that was you were snatched by the claws of gambling.
Yeah.
By the allure of those very simple slot machines.
I say, you know what? Start them young so they'll get bored of it early.
There you go. Get it out of the way. It's like people who like go their whole lives and they never have a nip of alcohol, and then they get to college and they drink too much.
Yeah, they absolutely lose it. Yeah. I always felt that illogical. Like as a kid, they'd always give motivational speeches and whatnot, and it'd usually be against alcohol or so. And one woman was like, "I lost my arm," and it had nothing to do with alcohol, but somehow it related back to that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll try alcohol before I get to college.
Before I lose my arm.
Before that too. Yeah. The wackiest thing. All right,
and Stan Elvis, welcome to the Green Gang. Thank you so much, Elvis. And Eric, thank you so much for the donation. I think it's looking good now. I don't think we need to. I don't want to muck with the stream too much. Yeah, this is good enough.
Because we're in the
sometimes good enough is good enough, and also I think this just might be a Palworld, a little Palworld like.
I think it's a stream issue because it runs really well on not stream.
There you go. I mean, there's certain games that just the second they start speaking with OBS, that is no comprende right there.
Stream requirements are a whole different monster that you got to deal with.
Yeah. An SVS Guru with another €5. Thank you so much. At least the missing no glitch was real. Never run out of Master Balls. That would be helpful. I did a Leaf Green replay over Christmas break. And let me tell you, catching the legendary birds, real pain in the ass. And I was like Zapdos, and I'm like, I need to throw a Master Ball at you, but I don't want to waste it.
You still play Pokemon, Marty?
No, I didn't. Not really. And I just we're talking about Nintendo's sort of litigious nature that I'm a little worried about. I got a 3DS that has a lot of 3DS games on it, and so I went back because there's like I played a lot of the first 2 generations of Pokemon, and then I didn't play anything. I skipped like 7 generations, and so I went back and did a little Leaf Green to take a trip through Kanto again, and it was delightful. I'm good for now. I don't need any more Pokemon for a while, but had a good time with that.
That's just power creep too hard. Yeah, because my next question was like, you get into any of that shiny hunting or any of that? No?
I've never done that. No, that's a little too rich for my blood.
What about like Pokemon Go? Does that count? Is that a Pokemon installation?
Oh my god, I played so much Pokemon Go. So if that counts, then absolutely. That being said, it's kind of hit a point now to where it feels like it's spinning its wheels. So I'm a little worried.
They still keep it going. Wait, what do they do?
It's still going.
What
It's
do you
still
mean?
going. They're still slowly folding in kind of new things. But Pokemon, to me, it peaked that opening summer 2016, incredible. And then they added a lot of smart stuff during the pandemic to kind of be able to play a little more remotely and things like that. And it was fun to just have a reason to get out of the house. But it seems like now they either need to sunset it or freshen it up.
You said Pokemon Go peaked during that summer. I think life peaked during that. It was finally
It really
peaceful.
was.
Like, my
Honestly.
town was alive.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, there's shops here and this part. Okay, doors were open. People were greeting each other. It was great.
Yeah.
Life was simpler back then. All right. So, where'd you go? Cut magic. Great, and now for the crusher and the logging site and the stone pit. Okay, this will make it so, and it comes in pretty early, so that I never have to mine another rock again. It just forces a Pokemon to do it for me.
Beautiful.
I don't need Paldium. Which is actually like what surprised me, how early it's already automating itself, how early you get to fly around the map. But this game, is this a complaint? This is a first world, new world problem. You might not know what the game's really about within the first 2 hours where you could get your refund.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of tough because there's certain genres that can't really give you that initial vertical slice of, like, here's everything you can expect throughout the course of the game.
So, like, as you go through the steps of just, like, setting yourself up, you're not sure. You still don't know if, like, this is going to be your thing. I think this is going to be my thing, like, 3 times over. This is going to be my obsession for this spring into the summer because I did play, like, we've been saying Ark and Rusted, but I actually like the single-player ones. Subnautica,
Okay.
Grounded.
Yeah.
I mean, Grounded you can play with friends. It's more like Grounded than it is like Ark and like the ones where it's all about raiding each other and stealing each other's stuff.
Yeah.
Put a turd on your house in case you leave because the hooligans are going to break your stuff while you're away at your real-life job.
Put a turd on your house. No one would ever break into your house if you got a turd on it.
Yeah, that used to be me. My friend and I, like, we were bad at raiding, so we would just wait people out because it's like one day they have to go to work. These are full timers, and we're just gonna go and we're gonna steal their stuff while they're at work. Like, it got to the point where one guy left a sign. I was like, please don't. I'm at my job.
Please don't. This is all I have.
Yeah. I was like,
that's
I think that
sad.
kind of weaned me off of it. I was like, oh man, I was no-lifing, and these guys actually are like doing things. I'm ruining it for them.
Yeah. And Lampy with 100 bits. Thank you so much, Lampy. So, how long before Frost says F it and just runs to the middle of the map to see what's up? You've experienced the middle of the map. You've given us the true taste.
Oh, I mean,
you haven't in your.
What time is it right now? It's 12:58. 30 more minutes here, and then I will show you my other playthrough. That way you can actually see
space.
more of the
In
rest
literal
of the
space.
Yeah. All right, like I've already got. This will be the parachute that gets you going. Yeah, the map is huge. I guess I have no sense of space in that sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice because you go, oh, that can't.
Why
be
are
too
there
far. That's
certain-
very far.
Why are there like certain pockets of the map that are the fog of war is removed, and there's others that aren't?
Now that's
when
a
you
good
open up the
question
map.
because a lot of it is like where I've been. As I'm moving, the fog of war goes away. But these start unpatched, and that's I think because they're just spawn centers. If you die,
Gotcha.
it's like Ark in the sense of if you die, you can just start at different islands,
Yeah.
so to speak. I mean, you
Just
could
like
also
real
take
life.
it away. Just like real life. Yeah. You actually just the whole Elvis is on an island somewhere. You just,
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
respawn. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now I've got the glider.
What?
Pretty early on there. Nice.
Oh, look at us. We're gliding.
Stone pit gliding around. It's that formula though. Like these games have to have gliders. There's enough of them, Marty, that they need a name. They can't just be Breath of the Wilders.
But Fortnite has a glider.
It does, doesn't it? Is it a Fortnite?
Yeah, I don't know what
Unreal Engine likes.
Yeah. Real Engine likes.
Is that going to be
I
a
do like a
thing,
nice
dude?
glider in games. I love a nice little glider in games.
How difficult is this game at the moment? You can crank up the difficulty, so it is incredibly hard. Everything hits you harder. It takes you longer to actually like build things and also tame things and catch things as well. So it's not just damage sponging. You can also just make it as easy as you want and speed up everything. I'd say try out the baseline and then mess around with those sliders.
Yeah, I always appreciate sliders instead of just standard names. The new Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, has a great number of sliders to where you can, if you just want a little more forgiveness with parrying time, you can slide that. If you want your MP bar to fill up faster, you can slide that. You can be very specific. If there's one thing where you're like, I don't need the game to be easier, I would just like this one thing to be a little more in my favor, you can do that. Great.
Multiple sliders and different ones.
Yeah.
I kind of like them getting unlocked, I would say. So like if you're not having a good time, it unlocks the easier mode, but if you beat the normal mode, then it's like, hey, here's some more difficulties for you if you really feel
yeah, you've kind of proven yourself.
Because I'm very much like a baseline approach kind of guy. I think that is from my background in cooking, where it's like, all right, no alterations, give it to me as you intend first. Then maybe I'll reach for the ketchup. Maybe not.
Do you appreciate that, a menu that says no alterations?
It's kind of hot.
Yeah,
the confidence.
You're kind of like, oh, they know what they're doing. Like they're making the decisions.
Yeah.
I like that.
I used to be rebellious. Like my cousin had this problem. He would just always keep Texas Pete on him. I don't know why. We would just whip it out every time we went anywhere. McDonald's, Golden Crown, anywhere. He would, no alterations. Nah, I like that.
Yeah,
it's a different experience. Sometimes you wish to be served, and other times you want somebody's inspiration, I guess. This feels like one of those to be served kind of games.
Yeah, absolutely. Gelden with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Gelden. So what do you think the end game of Palworld is? Craft yourself silly, catch them all, beat the Elite Four with a nuclear bomb, PvP? Yeah, do you have any idea like what your actual like singular goal is? Like Ash Ketchum wants to beat the Elite Four and
right.
become the world's best Pokemon trainer. Do you have like a singular goal in this game that you're funneling towards?
Yeah, the Wii U at the start said the towers are the key, and those are the boss fights. Those are the gyms, so to speak.
So it's a little bit of a mystery. You might not know what your goal is right now.
The towers are the key. The tree hides the truth. Now, what you can't see here, and I think that happened with the update, or maybe I lowered the FOV. Behind that mountain over there, you might see it on my other playthrough. There's a big fuck all tree. It's the Erd tree. It's huge, and I've been to it. But there's a red like gamer wall. I'm not sure if it's a gamer wall.
Love a gamer wall.
Or this content's just not here yet, right?
Sure.
Because it is early access. Or you do have to beat those towers and then it does unlock it. Because getting there sucked. That felt like you should not have gone this way for us. Like, nah.
Sure. So there we got, I guess, a little bit of Hyrule Castle in Breath of the Wild, to where you can make a beeline right at the start of the game, but really the game is about the 4 divine beasts, you becoming strong enough to then be prepared to tackle this final middle zone.
Yeah, but because it's an early access, part of me thinks maybe it's not even there yet.
Literally, maybe they haven't even.
Just physically might not be in the game just yet, as they are adding some stuff.
Pet Pumpkin with a good question. You've played a lot of early access games. How, for lack of a better word, early accessy this?
How early accessy is this? Okay, this is an interesting one. As I said, first off, back in my day, we didn't get refunds, right?
No.
You're talking to someone who really had to be super skeptical about the games that he was playing because you couldn't get a blasted refund.
Yeah.
And then they also were selling at like full blasted price, like $60, uncompleted, and you get to try it before that, and it may not even finish it. Number one. So now you're dealing with this game is $30, but if you have Game Pass, it's essentially free, right? Mm-hmm. If you have Game Pass, get in there, right? If you have Game Pass, this is your game of the summer. This is the game of like right now for you. $30, it's got plenty. It's got plenty going for it. Unless you like closure, I cannot confirm that it actually
unless you like closure.
Yeah. I mean that's part of it. Some people like me, I prefer sort of like a lot of variety, so to speak. Whereas some people would kind of prefer it to go from like here's the beginning, here's the middle, and here's the end. right? Everything else is bare bones, but it does have a
Yeah.
beginning, middle, and end. Whereas me, it's sort of like, here's a lot of the early, wait a year. Here's a lot of the middle, wait another year.
Sure.
Now here's all the end game stuff, right? So I cannot attest to there being an actual like end game right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to unlock it or if it's literally just not there, because to get from the snow place there to the tree, it was awful. It was like,
It was a journey.
it was no, not really. I was just on the bird and I was just flying for like 30 minutes. I don't think you're supposed to get there. I feel like it's one of those, I'm putting the asset in the game but far enough away so that no one tries it like an idiot. But there's always a bigger idiot, you know?
Oh, there's always a bigger fish in the
Some
sea.
yeah.
Always a bigger idiot on the internet. SVS Guru with another €5 dono. Thank you so much, SVS Guru. How does the sanity thing work? Does their sanity gradually decrease over time, or only if you mistreat them?
If you mistreat them, it goes down. If they're not eating right, that also goes down. You also have to give them fun stuff, like your normal pets, right? You have to entertain them, you have to take care of them. And their sanity bars are right here. That's their food. You have to go individually, I think, on this over here. Like him, he's upset, and he just goes to bed. So, like, actual depression. I think it depends on the Pokemon. Some of them act weirder than others.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's under the food bar. It says sanity, like 100 out of 100. And for that, you have to...
Incredibly sane.
Yeah,
Incredibly sane
the fortitude
Pokemon.
on that one. He's a serial killer.
Yeah.
For that one, like the hot springs. You got to make a hot springs because that...
Oh, beautiful.
Their sanity and all that good stuff.
Ronald McRegan, been a member for a month in Green Gang. Thank you so much, Ronald. Going back to our talk of sliders. This talk of sliders is making me hungry, damn it. Apologies. This is a lunchtime stream, so it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lampy with 100 bits over in Twitch. Thank you so much, Lampy. The sheep's root is right through the fire when it's moving stuff, so every so often we catch a glimpse of it bursting into flames.
Oh.
Well, this is probably why the sheep's sanity is kind of low. If it's constant.
Yeah.
Also, if the sheep is constantly running into the fire, that's something like the sheep needs to learn. Like the sheep needs to. This is survival of the fittest at a certain point.
Yeah, like whose fault is that really?
Yeah.
Okay. You're asking about teams. This is where you have your teams.
Yeah.
So this is the box, the PAL box. So you can just throw everything in there. Down here are the ones that are working on your base. Your party are the ones that you literally take with you. Right now, I don't have a big variety because these are just farm critters. Well, let's just say you want to build a team of 2 cats, 2 sheep, or 2 chickens, and one sheep in here. Something like that. Those are the 5 that stay on you forever, and you can shift through them at any time. Down in the bottom left,
Okay.
I'm like rifling through them, and it's just like go chicken hawk, boom. He comes out.
Go chicken hawk.
You can set them to be more aggressive, so as soon as they come out of the ball, they attack what's near them, or they wait until you attack. As they grow, if the ones that you keep on you, those are the ones. That's how they level. Is that they're out there trekking with you. They don't have to actually kill anything. They don't have to do anything. They can just stay in your pocket the entire time. But some of them, as you'll see in a little bit, have better. And you can only throw one out at any given time. So like, there's the chicken. I'm just shuffling to the cat. I'm trying to throw the cat out. You can only have one at a certain time.
Gotcha.
And they've got these special abilities. But some of them can have cooler abilities. I'd have to catch one for you to see it. They can have flamethrowers. They can have the guns. They get the guns sooner than you do. By a wide margin, because I got to level 20. That took me a while, and that's the first gun you get, and it's a musket. So we're not even like out of the Civil War just yet.
I mean, that makes sense, because if maybe they like reach an age in dog years early enough before you do, so they're able to get guns before you can.
Before they get their proper license. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch on over to the other one.
Beautiful. Kelly K with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Kelly. How large was the team behind this game, and do you think early access games are more of, quote, sound investments when they're made by larger teams?
Turn this down a bit.
I honestly, I'm not sure how big the team behind this game is. I don't know if they publicly kind of release what their staff size is. The studio is called Pocket Pair. Craftopia is the name of the game that they were known for before this, but I do not know.
I'm not sure how big the team is. They do have another game already in early access, so like That's not saying that they'll cheat on you, but they're not a stranger to cheating, so to speak.
Sure. And if this really picks up a lot of steam, then it's possible that they'll just be like, well, we're kind of sunsetting that one.
And
over here.
what do you call it? To me, early access is like stocks. You don't play with the money that you can't afford to lose, right?
Yeah.
Only
I like that. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. So this is what. Wait a minute.
How many hours into this file do you think you are?
I don't. Wait, this might not be the right. What happened to my gun? I had a gun. This might be the wrong one. Yeah.
What happened to my gun?
Where's my gun? Is this the one? I guess. I'm not sure what happened to the. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Anyway, how many hours is this one in? I'd say like 20. I was eating more horizontally than I was vertical. There's another save where I just kind of went out exploring as much as I possibly could have. So as you see now, party. That was the initial question here. Boom. Okay. These are the pals at the base. You got like these hogs that are good for mining. The sheep just help. I've got fire types that can actually. You need them. You yourself cannot forge metal. You have to have these fire ones. The gardeners are just there to help you and whatnot. But as far as your party goes, this is where you can manage them and select which ones it is that you want to take with you. So I've got a water, an electric, a fire. I've got a flight one, but that's because I literally can fly with them. And then I got that little psycho freak over there to mess with people. And so some of them have these kinds of abilities where you throw them out. And then there's my flamethrower.
Beautiful.
The actual physical flamethrower is this little Pokemon thing. And some of them, I haven't made the gun yet for the monkey. They just get an actual gun. Like, notice that it's just a gun. Oh, cool. You guys get to see a raid. These happen from time to time. Biggest, I don't know if I'd call it flaw, but maybe the weakest point of this game, the raiding, the AI, they suck bad.
Okay.
Like they're just awful. I'll be surprised.
Apparently, someone in chat said in Craftopia the AI was notoriously bad. So just might seem like they're kind of bringing it over there. Do the Pokemon evolve? No.
I've not had an evolve. No. I had one evolve yet.
Maybe that's the illegal part.
Evolutions were made along the way. Jeez,
yeah.
Let's try and catch you while you're here, I guess. Incineron, that's a new guy.
Aotic. Also, Incineroar is already the name of Pokemon, so now we're getting a little close.
Yeah, no, you see what I mean?
Now we're getting a little close to Nintendo.
You start seeing how these Pokemon could probably be mistaken. All right, everybody's cool. To bed, and then we show off this other stuff here.
Everyone get your fighting in and then go take a nap.
Yeah, all Schliebka. Dun, dun. Armor's damaged. I'll live with that. Okay, he's out here. Let me see here. The map. I've uncovered more of the map. It's freaking huge. It's got wandering boss fights. It's got dungeons that you yourself have to find and mark. It's not going to keep them
I like
for
this.
You know? It's got the towers, obviously. It's got a lot of fast traveling. You know, sometimes you just want a little break from everything, so you just like, leave all the stuff that you don't need and then go wandering the world. See, I've got one boss tower there. But the map is freaking massive. Let's go ahead and travel outwards.
Beautiful. What are we looking at with biomes? Yeah, we got a lot of different biomes.
Let's see here.
Is it just like an old? Is there just lava, desert, forest, cold?
Yeah, I'll take it to all the ones I've got. Actually. Oh, here, let me sync the game real quick so that it actually gets the full save. That's the issue there. I've explored all the other ones already.
It's funny you landing here and it's saying Desolate Church. That's just some like fucking Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I want an Elden Ring NPC that you walk up and talk to and then like does a weird laugh and offers to sell you prawns or something.
No, I would. No prawns. Actually, there's bootleggers. There's hidden caves with like some creepy bootleggers in them, and you can buy contraband mons.
Yeah.
Like,
no notes.
Let's see, retry that. We'll sync her up. Am I not online yet? Yeah, I'm online, and then Retry the sinking. Why you no sink? The kitchen sink no work.
As a reminder to everyone, this is
Palworld.
Palworld. We are playing early access. The game goes live early access on Friday. Available on PC as well as Xbox and PC Game Pass. So you can check it out then. And thank you so much to everyone who's been watching, who's been donating, members in Twitch, members in YouTube. We really appreciate that. We are fully fan funded, so your patronage, your donations, and just your support in general means a lot to us.
Mm-hmm. Brings a tear to my eye. It does.
We got a double streamer today too. After we're gonna be wrapping up in 45 minutes. We're gonna second one will be taking an hour-long break, and then Nick and KC will be back with Nick continuing his backlog journey, playing a game I had not heard of.
Wait, what game?
I was not even ready to say its name because I literally didn't know what the game was. Beneath Oresa.
Oh, Beneath Oresa.
Oresa. Oresa?
Yeah, it's like Slay the Spire, but only the Ironclad. I wonder if they got new characters. We played that at the old place a while ago. It was a wishlist stream.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at us. We did it.
All right, there we go. Coming on through. Bit of a conflict with the file, it seems, but we'll be okay. Looks like a black screen to me. How astute. How astute of you.
We asked for different biomes, and he went to the nighttime biome.
I'll be honest, I've been a little too scared to explore the nighttime. Like some weird thing popped out at me and I didn't have a torch. I was like, okay,
listen, you're the one who said you pushed the limit in Dredge. You wanted to see how far that sanity took you.
Yeah, but it's not my sanity in this game, is it?
That's
look at you. Cute. First 100% BG3 playthrough win? No. You can't 100% that game.
No. Too many other games.
All the sex having you gotta do.
That's too much sex having.
That's too much. You gotta pace yourself with all that. Okay, let's get her going. Travel abroad. Fast travel. Let's get on out here. Okay.
I like a Pokemon or a pal that just looks dumb. So a couple of your pals look dumb, and I like that.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah. Muddup. This one. This is my favorite one right there. Yeah, boy. It's my spirit animal. Dummud. That's his name. I don't know. I don't know if they stole that from Pokemon. Is that a Pokemon? Dummud?
There's a couple mud-based Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Let's go out to the desert. I'd say if you're okay with a lot of your Poke fun coming through hills, valleys, and forests, you'll be all right. The variety in the desert isn't really there.
Gotcha.
And it starts to do that thing where it's like, hey, you're the Pokemon I saw in the forest, but now you're red, right?
Gotcha.
Now, some people I know don't like that. Personally, I don't like that either, but I tend to let it go when it's a closed ecosystem because it is evolution, is it not? It is. Sure. It is almost that narrative of like, hey, it kind of wandered off and then became whatever. Oh, there's my musket. Cool. A gun.
Yeah, according to the sheet, there are 100 monsters, 350 items, and 70 types of buildings in the game as of now. So, 100 monsters. That's less than a traditional Pokemon game. Still not a tiny amount, but
it's not the OG Pokemon.
Don't expect something. Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like that. Like, when there's just 100, and then you find out the secret 101. I'm like, oh.
Then he's hiding behind the truck.
Yeah,
he's hiding behind the truck.
Yeah, but now it's just like, oh, there's 500 of you. Oh,
yeah. Okay, I'm digging this city. What's going on in this place? Is this a city or a dungeon or a temple?
This was just like a random ruins, I would say. There's ruins all over the place. Some of them are very like primitive, very old school, and then some there's like new architectural stuff, and you can get shot if you go the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's questing. Sometimes they say that. They're just like, hey, can you get rid of those pesky raiders? But they don't give you anything. It's very, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just like you're here, and it does spark dialogue, but they do say, "Oh, I'll pay for it," but they don't give you anything.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, the watering merchants here. That's nice. Yeah. See, all the merchants I find are in these buildings, just standing here, not wandering. That other one was the first one I've ever seen wander.
That left its post.
Yeah, this fella right here. What you got? Pal merchants. I've got some great pals in stock. You can buy them. You can sell them. Oh, I've never seen you before. Look at him.
Look at that.
What a cutie.
I like that you can just buy Pokemon and be like, listen, I'm not here to catch anything.
Buy them, sell them, those bootleg ones. Where'd my mount go? Oh, wow. I've got different kind of balls already. I got Megaspheres, I got Gigaspheres, I got Hyperspheres.
Oh my god, all those sound exciting.
All kinds of balls, each one better than the last. Where did
Oh my gosh.
There's the desert there. No, it's not very amusing wandering out there. There's not much to it, really.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense. I don't know if it's because of the sense of traversal, so to speak, because once you have this bird, you can just overcome so much that maybe they kind of just want you to, I don't know, skip it. In that sense of Starfield of like, it's space, it's empty, what do you want?
Yeah,
it's a desert, it's empty, what do you want? Let's see here. There's a little volcano, a little volcano.
Okay,
action.
yeah. Yeah, that is always in any game with a flying mount. Once you get that, it is that push and pull of, well, now why should I ever even use my legs?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
that's I'm not sure who's in there. It's a hell of a boss fight. Let's see. This is the
Brothers of the Eternal Pyre Tower.
Cannot do all writing. Let's see. 10 minutes in there. Join that boss battle. I'm not sure how strong they are in there. We can go do the older one though, so that people know what goes on in there. Come back.
Yeah, let's see what kind of freaky leaks live in these places.
Little freaky leaks around here.
Lampy with 100 bits wants to know: is there fall damage, and is the lava pool hot?
Lava pool is hot. I don't know about fall damage because I'm so graceful. I've never fell in this game before. We'll do that at the end. I'll just jump off the bird. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, big old lava region. Again, it's not something you want to trek through. I quite like the beginning bits, a lot of the forest, a lot of the valleys, like way over there. Trekking's fun in those areas. Trekking through this, absolutely not. I don't even think you can get through here without an actual like bird.
What do you think is better, trekking or shrekking?
I don't like swamps, man. I'll take trekking. Like I've had enough swamps.
That shrekking's just when you trek through a swamp.
Yeah, that's just Miyazaki. He loves
it.
God. I'm not gonna push him anymore. Let me see here. That was miserable. Yeah, trekking through all of that because there were no like fast travels. I might have just missed them all. Let's see if we can see the tree from here. Probably not.
It's one of the tough things of an open world game to like what's encouraging you to explore every nook and cranny, and that's Zelda's big thing was there are so many rises with points of interest on the horizon that you take note of. Like these look like the things in Halo Infinite, like the weird little kind of buildings sprouting up in the middle of the forest, in geometric shapes.
You're not gonna go this way just because it's too much to Halo.
Nick's gonna be playing this weekend.
Yeah, probably.
Nick's gonna get a steel case, a Palworld steel case.
He's ready for it. Okay, well now I gotta find a different way to get out of here because those guys actually have guns, real ones, real proper ones. To tell you what.
George Lucas wanted to know: do you start with like a horse mount? Like how many mounts did you go through before you got this godlike flying mount?
Surprisingly quickly, because if you remember, this guy was like a level 11, so he's right at the starting area. But before there, there's like this deer mount that you're supposed to get
we saw that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's eggs because you can incubate eggs. There's also breeding in this. There's like it expands itself out in a different way depending on how you want to go about them. I prefer just exploring and finding them naturally, but I don't know. Some people are into breeding like that.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your
boat. We talking about pal breeding or like
pal breeding? I don't know about all that. I don't think you should sex your pals.
Well, if you try to get two people that you like to like hook up to like kind of play matchmaker, that's kind of like pal breeding. You're pal breeding right there.
Pal breeding. Would I get away with calling a matchmaker a breeder? Do you think I'd offend by that logic? Like, was Will Smith in Hitch? Was he a breeder?
I mean, it's hard to say no to that. Who says no to that?
Oh well, Eva Longoria apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Hitch. SVS Guru with a €2. Dono, thank you so much, SVS Guru. Is this game post-apocalyptic? I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. Those ruins earlier seemed like they pointed to a civilization that is no longer anymore.
The island seems post. It's modern. You are aware that this is not what your world is supposed to look like. You know.
Gotcha. You found like the Galapagos Islands, ostensibly, where there's a bunch of species that don't live in the normal world.
And you are finding ancient civilizations, but you're also finding modern ones. And it seems like there's those fighting for the preservation of the PALs versus the ones that are just here for genetic like experimentation and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god! All right, well, we're going to the initial areas here. I would say, as someone mentioned with Craftopia earlier, the AI was abysmal. That also kind of is the first thing, and I'd say the main thing that breaks immersion, if anything, of that. Like, it would almost be better if it was empty.
Sure.
Because now it feels more like there's robots here stuck with you.
Yeah.
A Deus Ex Machina kind of way.
Snake asks, is the music good or is this a podcast game?
Podcast game, 100%. 100%. I was like, this could use something. I'm kind of getting tired of just hearing the same clopping of trees over and over again. Listen to your own tunes. Have your friends screaming along with you. It's. I think we've done it. I think the cozy genre has finally just gone into the most heinous genre possible. This PvP survival crafting area, because you'd think of like Sons of the Forest and all that stuff, right? And they've made it cozy. There are some moments though, because they have like actual blasters and stuff where it gets a little more dangerous, but it's super chilled out. It's probably the most chilled out next to Grounded. I think it goes this game and then Grounded are the most chill survival crafters.
Okay, I like that. What is happening with this loading screen?
I don't
Do we
know.
think the game crashed, or are we just doing like just doing a big long loads?
Big fat load right now.
I like a game that presents big fat loads to us every once in a while.
It's like, something beefy's coming my way.
Yeah.
No, I'd say, I mean, on this run right now, streaming, they were more wanting to get the game out than they wanted it for streaming and something else, because it runs great on my systems. I've used it on both of them, a higher end one and a sort of middle ground one. Runs great. I guess it's when you try to stream that all these issues come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's working. And I'm scared because, like, what if I close it?
What happens?
Is it safe? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. It's loading. I'm scared. Hope this isn't loading from an SSD. Nah, this isn't from an SSD. Is that a modern requirement now? All games have to go on an SSD?
I don't know any of that stuff. That's one of the reasons. I'm not gonna knock anyone. I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum for PC gaming, but that's just all of these really complicated acronyms. I don't have time for acronyms.
All right, I'm doing it.
We're doing it. Goodbye, video game.
I've only got so much patience. There we go. Get in there. All right, start your back up, bud. Does early access have a story? More lore than story. It's got about as much story as Ark. I'll show you the memos in a bit. You can find these little notes left out by some other guy who's been here, and he goes, "Oh, look, I found a strange world, or not a world. It's just a strange island."
Mm-hmm.
Coming back on through. So now, that sense of story you get from Pokemon, that sense of humanity, because there's so many other villages and like that's
visiting new towns and feeling like you're a kid on an actual adventure. I mean, I guess we kind of had that. I do like the mystery of this game of like, what is this place? I kind of do like that.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what is this place? Who are these people? I don't think that's fully fleshed out. Because every time I encounter another person, I'm like, why are you here? Why are you just standing there staring at me?
Yeah.
So, man, you'd also have to check their announcements for those of you who are wondering, should I buy this in early access? That's kind of a big thing nowadays, is that people show off their, what do you call them? Roadmaps, I think.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah, people like to see, like, what does the next 6 months of this game look like? What does the next year of this game look like?
Is that legal, Marty?
Showing off a roadmap?
I swear, Walnut, there's gameplay. You just show up when there isn't.
I like it.
Why am I naked? What happened to me?
Yeah, where'd your clothing go?
See, I heard a scream as I did that. I think they killed, I think I got shot as I was loading out.
And did you just lose all your stuff?
I think so. Yeah, I can go back to go get it, but I don't think I want to interact with those people.
That's good.
Oh, but they got my boy.
They took your bird?
No, I've still got the bird. I'll just go.
Oh, that's good. SVS Guru with a €5 dono. Thank you so much. You think this game is a good way to troll your kid? Kid wants a Pokemon game, and you buy them this instead, but pretend it's a Pokemon game. I mean, it can't run on Switch, so I don't know how wise your child is that they would understand that.
How wise your child is. I can't. I don't. Yeah, I don't know what kid would say, "Hey, I want Pokemon," and not know that it's not Pokemon.
We got Pokemon at home.
Yeah, like you control your grandmother, maybe. It's like I hear about this Pokemon game, and I'm trying to get into
Pikachu?
it. Like, yeah. That's just a chicken.
And Lampy with 100 bits. Thank you so much, Lampy. You know what this game needs? Someone saying conflict resolved after every fight ends. Every game needs a CPU voice that says conflict resolved at the end of every battle, so that you know the conflict has been resolved.
That's a reference. Hold on.
That's a reference.
What is that?
To Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Okay.
At the end of every battle, and there are many, an AI voice says conflict resolved.
Yeah. Okay. No, I heard that. You should say that out like post coitus, as you zip up.
Post coitus.
Conflict resolved. Might get some clothes on, and then we can go to the first dungeon. No! Oh, no, my gun. Okay, maybe that's enough reason to go back wandering. Where did I die? It was like... Oh, raid right now? I tell you, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it?
Brutal.
When it rains, it pours. Fudge. Well, they'll protect me. I don't have to get involved.
There you go.
A daggone, son. Oh, weapons bench, that's right. This is where you make all the weaponry as you unlock it. I'm out of oil. Fudge. I'll get that later.
You just gonna douse yourself in oil? Come a little slippery snake.
I ought to just emulate. Just
I can't have my guns.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Who are they? Oh yeah, see, they just get stuck there. Like, I could deal with lifeless. Oh, he got up here. Someone kill him. That's not me. But bad AI is a modern problem. It's just like, wrong thing. Oh, and if you're wondering, if they stay stuck long enough, they just disappear. You don't have to deal with somebody. You can just ignore them. Actually pretend that's not there and it goes away, unlike real life.
It's actually, that's happened to me before. Like I accidentally tried to go to the bathroom at the mall, and I ended up in like sort of the hallways in the back rooms of the mall, and I got lost long enough and I just disappeared.
You just disappeared.
Just didn't exist anymore.
I thought it was like the urge to use the bathroom. it just left you.
SVS Guru, been a member for 2 months in the Green Gang. Thank you so much, SVS Guru. Can you build walls?
Yes.
You build walls, right?
Yep,
Structures and whatnot.
Yeah, you can build structures. You can build more pens and stuff like that. I'm not much of a builder, really.
Yeah,
I'm very much more of like a clothes on my back kind of fellow.
Sure.
Oh,
I don't want to set roots anywhere. Let me go out and explore.
Yeah. Just wondering, because I feel like a base is like that's end game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
A base. It's just it's too much of a commitment.
Everyone's fighting. Yeah. Like, how do you know? Because what if you spend all this time and you make a really nice like big old duplex, right? And then you just turn the corner and it's like, damn, there's a waterfall here, really nice like sunset. I should have built here. And you can't just pick it up and move it somewhere else like Patrick does. So you got to live with that, knowing that you're in the bad side of the island.
Yeah. And that's no one ever wants to get there.
So no, I wait to build, which generally in these kinds of games means I never build.
I save all my building materials for the end, and I just never play the game.
And I just never cash in, like ever.
Devour of Mani, by the way, will the second one team play and or review Iodine Chronicles? That's one game I really want to be good. I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. Can't promise like a Yahtzee review. I don't know if, how jazzed he is for the spiritual successor to Suikoden, but
what is that
I'm
one?
very excited for it. That's the so Suikoden was this JRPG series by Konami back on the PS1, PS2, and Iodine Chronicles is kind of like that, Bloodstained, where it's a lot of the original creators are making a spiritual successor that was crowdfunded a few years ago. Its whole thing was like a classic JRPG structure, but you could recruit up to 108 party members.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then you build like a little base, and you got like a cook who's over there like cooking for your party and stuff.
Wait, are these 108 real people or in the game?
Oh, in the game.
Oh, okay.
There's like 108
like,
characters that you can recruit to your party.
I was thinking like, oh man, the biggest WoW.
Oh, 108 like multiplayer.
Yeah,
That's too many.
I know. Like
What's
WoW raids.
going on?
Oh my god, who knows that many people? Absolutely not. I'll build a couple of these here, and then we're gonna go in that dungeon. What time is it? 35. All right, cool. Yeah, we can show the dungeon, and then we can show the boss fight.
Behind your character looks like Caveman Bulma from Dragon Ball. Similar Bulma hair going on.
Yeah, I get that. It's a good throw off when then you look from the front.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah.
You know?
This is a Wendy's.
Just that disconnect. I love it. I just touched the hair and then I ran with it. Okay, everyone's here. A monkey's over there. My fire flinger right here. Oh yeah, huge stuff.
You got them all. You got your monkeys, your
the
fire
technology
flingers.
I've unlocked up till now. You know, better parachutes. You can get gloves to handle the electric ones. You can put harnesses on different ones in case. Like you can ride this little weird looking guy. He's a freak. I don't know why you would, but you can. You can ride him if you want to.
I like a nice little freak.
Little freak character. He's just too big. Like a little freak, sure. Big freak freaks me out.
Yeah.
What is this one? Better saddle and whatnot. Oh, I forgot about that too. Sometimes you need some of the resources that you need are like elemental things like flame organs or pal liquids and whatnot. So you have to go like hunting down. Well, you don't have to hunt them. You can just catch them. But I guess if you've already caught 10 of them, why would you care? That's a bit gruesome, isn't it? So slowly start losing your humanity.
It's a bit gruesome.
Alright, that should do me for that. And then clothes and we're out. Cloth. Fiber. Wool. What? I'll just go naked.
Lampy with 100 bits. Marty, how did you figure out streaming from the back rooms of that mall? I can rarely get internet to work for reading the news in a mall. They have really good Wi-Fi in the back rooms of malls in Wisconsin, so everything's fine.
Oh, is that my stuff? That is my stuff. Wait, why did I?
Your goodies?
Yeah, why did I die here?
How did maybe
I don't.
just spawned it right back to your base? That's nice.
Maybe it's
right back to a
different spot. Oh, you're way down. Your mom's way down. Why'd you give me so much wood? I didn't have that on me.
Mom's got a lot of wood on it. Sorry.
Oh my god, I can't.
Went
believe
too far. We went too far.
How'd I know?
Sometimes it goes too far, and then you apologize.
Yeah, and then it's okay.
No, that's fine.
Well, I don't need two of these.
People make mistakes.
Get rid of that. And then crossbow instead of a 3-shot bow. Man, I had gone through the 5 stages of grief just for it to come back to me. Then I realized I was not actually okay.
An Ouroboros of grief.
That just
beautiful.
That just undid years of therapy in one go.
Yeah.
What else is in this thing? Rocks. My clothes, my baguette. Can't go anywhere without it. Normal clothes, musket, my ammo, I think. Nice. Okay, I didn't lose anything. Let's see. Let's try the boss fight out just because it's getting dark, but it's well lit in there, I think. That would suck if it's dark.
You gotta show off the darkness. People want to see what the darkness is like.
You can't see in the darkness, though. It's not even stylized.
Oh, no.
It's just dark, which is
It's
my
dark.
least favorite kind of dark, yeah.
It's just too dark.
Yeah. It's like, I sure hope nothing's in there fiddling my toes. And then we can come through. And because you can do this cooperatively, I imagine you'll get further along than I did in 20 hours. When there's,
You
know,
think
group efforts.
is there any like a Monster Hunter itch? This game's scratching. Not mechanically, I know it's not very Monster Hunter-y, but a couple pals busting around the world and killing mons. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But not in that same way of like we have to catch them so that we can craft stuff out of them. Yeah,
Sure.
you know. So it doesn't have that full loop. Like the buzz. Oh boy. Okay, so it is the same boss after it respawns. Interesting.
Gotcha.
Grizzbolt hit the liar. Alright, now what's good against electric? Those Pokemoners who know.
I believe it is usually Electric is very good against water. I think rock
Rock.
is good against electric. If you have rock, ground is good against electric, I believe.
Psychic energy. Just mess with their
Dirt.
mess with their mental health. I'll do it.
Throw a bunch of mud on it.
Yeah. Problem with the boss fights, and I shall reiterate, AI is just a little wonky. I did this fight, like all my stuff died immediately, and as you can see, it's got 30,000 health. I did this fight with nothing but a bow and arrow, and like hundreds of arrows because the dodge in this game is really nice. Look at that. Just boop.
Look at it. Yeah.
It's really reactive.
Lampy with a good point with 100 bits. It's just weak to gun. Most things are.
Funny enough, some have resistance to gun.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
What if we kill? Can we just kill Zoe? Kill the trainer. Pokemon's got to be dead as well, right?
You know what? I never thought about that. It should. Because if I die, then yeah, the fight's over. So it'd only be fair.
It would only be fair.
If there's some of you who prefer your skill in these games, if you do hit the head, that does more damage. I like that. I'm not a big fan of just hit the entire thing and then it does same amount of damage. You know, reward my skill a little bit. This is going okay. It's fine. I think I got through this fight mostly because the one I was using was too short, so he couldn't hit it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Goofy guy.
Nicky OG with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Electric Sweep to Ground and Dragon. Also, seriously, no flashlight? Yeah, there's no like flashlights or torches.
There's torches, yeah. I just don't carry torches.
Torches?
Because I go to bed at a prompt time.
There's not any room for torches. Yeah, that's nature's torch. Just going to bed.
Just torch the sun.
I use God's torch.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
And Lampy with 100 bits, thank you so much. Also, no one seems to be addressing the this. It's just Pokemon with guns is already a thing. It's called Digimon. Digimon doesn't have guns, do they?
Guns in Digimon? What?
Digiguns? What kind of freaky Digimon are you watching?
I'm not trying to catch him here. With my only hypersphere.
You're gonna steal horror Pokemon?
He's immune to spheres. Who knew?
Oh no! Yeah, you can't steal someone else's Pokemon.
Tragic. All right, and now
Digimon has tons of guns. My mistake. I didn't know.
I didn't know it had a gun.
Game respect game. I've only watched the original Digimon. I'm a Old Testament Digimon viewer.
I only read the book.
Yeah.
One book. It was a big black gear, and I don't know what that was. Probably a metaphor.
Oh, they got like missiles. The kids never hold guns, though. I know the Digimon themselves can turn into like Tankmon and shit like that. I thought you meant like the kids are carrying guns. I don't think those kids are carrying guns.
So you guys actually lied to me.
Well, I think there was a miscommunication. My favorite Digimon is Miscommunicamon.
Miscommunicamon.
Yeah.
Boss down and fighting the bosses. Obviously, you can have like some better Pokemons or pals. God dang it! I'm gonna get sued before this is all over.
No one's gonna get mad at you for making that mistake,
right? Because you're all gonna let he who hasn't called this a Pokemon cast first stone, first Pokeball at me. Oh, God, that goes there. Cool. And then you do want to fight the bosses because you need their ancient civilization parts, or ancient technology is what it's called, and that's how you unlock these other things. So, like, there it is, the Pal Essence Condenser. That's when you can combine the Pokemons and make them stronger. Your grappling gun, but I got flying a little too early. That was like a little wonky. Single shot sphere launcher, Giga grappling hook. What else you got here?
The Giga grappling
launchers, spheres, decal gun set, hot. I wanted to get to the automated rifles, but I'm just not good enough, I suppose. Let's try the dungeon.
Beautiful.
I think they should have gone for a gentler trailer.
Yeah, the trailer I think was very aggressive in order to get people's eyes on it, because that all of us were immediately like, "What is this? Pokemon with guns and slavery?" So I get why they did that, but it doesn't seem indicative of what the game actually is, despite the fact that you are literally using a gun right now.
No, it seems like the core of Arc, but it's got more of that like kind of chilled out discovery that Pokemon's got going on.
Sure.
Never really pressed. Never feel like you're in any kind of danger. Anyone who has played those other games knows there's usually something to fear, like a big old spider or a Troodon or something like that. This one, I've not had it. Aside from the places where like I'm definitely not supposed to be in, there's never been anything that just makes you go, ooh, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, little fuddler guys in here. Your ground types in these dungeons. Ooh. What's funny is you have to find these. They're never on the map. These dungeons here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you actually have to explore and figure out where they are.
Yeah.
That sense of exploration, it gets rewarded as well as there's like different eggs all over the map. There's different effigies that'll increase your catch strength so that your balls are more effective. So yeah, it all loops into each other so nicely. It's so weird because again, that trailer is so bombastic, and this game isn't a oh my god, I recommend this so much. Hey, like
sure,
the game of January. This is just like it's pretty good. I recommend this. I recommend this.
There you go.
For $30 early access, 100%.
Unknown variable. Anyone know if mod support is forthcoming? Yeah, on the site it says Steam Workshop support will not be supported straight away, but we do plan to add it after lunch. And the game is in UE5, so there you go. Down the road.
Yeah. I will just say though, full transparency, they do have another game in early access. It could very well be, and that's sort of just like a common practice in the industry. Like when Fortnite took off, Epic Games shifted their resources from Paragon to Fortnite completely. That's just how it goes. How do you
Paragon
feel?
Fans are fine now. Everything's fine.
Are they? They don't let that go, Marty.
Everything's fine. No, they're not. They're not fine at all.
They're not. They're suffering through that.
And some folks are asking how the multiplayer works. You can play. You can pal up with up to three other people. So 4-player parties just womping around, and then you can also create servers that can have up to 32 players in the same world.
Okay.
With guilds and whatnot.
Oh, what, the guilds are like just 4 people?
I don't know. It seems like so. It says you can play Palworld with up to 3 friends by simply starting a multiplayer game and inviting them for 4-player co-op. Beyond this, you can create a dedicated server, which will allow 32 players in the same world and create guilds together.
Oh, that's crazy. I would see what that does there.
Yeah. So yes, Guru with the €2 dono. Thank you so much. Can't wait for the romance mod.
You can sex your pal.
Might as well add it. Dokupon's coming, or Dokavi is coming. Dokupon's also coming. Dokavi's right around the corner. I keep saying that. I don't think Dokavi's going to be real, but Dokavi's going to be the one game like this that I actually get into.
How soon are you thinking?
I don't think it's real, actually. I genuinely do think that game is a Ponzi scheme. I think that is a money-making scheme. That is not real, but we will see.
Let's see. All right, ground is weak to what?
Ground would be weak to water?
Water? Yes.
I think so.
All right.
I like putting water on mud. Psychic? Ground things that are underground don't like when they get psychic energy on them.
I suppose.
Maybe
like if you're having issues like me, you can just like press survival guide, go all the way down. Elements, boom, 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 boom. Grass. Weak to grass.
Oh, grass and water apparently says mechanism.
Get that. Oh, or just.
Or at least in the old Pokemon.
Yeah. The guides on this thing are actually quite nice. These games, I would say, have a horrible history of being those I need a wiki on another monitor.
Sure. But this has all the information.
Yeah, it's got all the information now.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, I should have caught him.
Yeah, I was actually when I was replaying Leaf Green, I absolutely had like a guide open on my phone that I would continually go back for and be like, how does this work? What is this mechanic like? What's going on here?
Yeah, same thing like Terraria. I've usually got like 3 spreadsheets, a list of things to do, a couple of wikis, and I think once it gets to the point of like I needed a video guide, like I'm done. I'm done. That's too obtuse even for me. Oh my. Where are we here? The Rain Syndicate Terrace, that early bit. This will be the first one that you come across, and then sometimes you come across these things right here. I don't know what these are called. I just call them like those early Skyrim settlements.
Sure.
Where it's just like Skyrim belongs to the Nords. The Syndicates are here. Very excitable, aren't you, little guy, with your little beanie? It's the most cholo Pokemon you ever seen. Look at him go. It's like my deal.
Ooh, that's a good point, says Nick. Once new Pokemon games, once you've used an attack against a Pokemon and you've discovered if it's like weak or strong against it, it will remember that every other time you fight that Pokemon and like tell you, oh, you're fine, you can use this one because it's super effective. Does this game do that, or every time you fight something, do you have to kind of? It is so crazy to me that you're just killing people with guns in these encampments.
Yeah, to save my bud. Look at that. Like sometimes you end up in these camps and you you can save the Pokemon in there. I've gotten some crazy ones that I've rescued. Like there's different ways to acquire them and whatnot. Do they remember? That's a good question because they seem to throw their abilities out at random. So, and some of them like multi-class, so to speak. They can have different flavors, and I don't know if they know themselves that it's like, hey, this is more effective, so I'm going to throw it out.
Sure,
but
sure.
On the left, it does say like this is more effective and whatnot. I feel like that's more your responsibility.
Yeah.
I keep saying Pokemon, but there's a few that do have like some status effect things. Like while it's in the party, everyone gets more attack speed, right? But this is more for sexy people who like to just have 4 attack moves and just do away with any Pokemon strats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's happening there? No idea. Let's have a ride along.
There you go. Let's have a ride along.
A little ride along. Let's see here. All right, let's go. Change the background a little bit to the red forest. We go. And there's some fields of lavender forest. And whatnot. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, I've not gone into the. I call it, I guess, the Elden Ring jail.
Oh no.
Yeah. It just feels like it's taking from 3 different games.
Yeah.
And it's not doing them wrong. It's not doing them poorly.
Yeah, yeah.
If the only thing you do wrong is everyone else has done it first, did you really do anything wrong?
Yeah. Well, these are just the Elden Ring jails. You weren't kidding.
This is the Elden Ring.
The Ever jails, yeah.
Yeah, and I've not tried one of these, so let's give it a go. Oh yeah, I think it might actually, if it is like Elden Ring, it's just a boss fight.
It's just, it's going to be an enemy fight. It's going to kind of put a dome around that thing. You're going to have to fight a dude.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Beautiful.
Where? Okay. Let's see here. Electric, I think. Good, bud. Good luck. Oh, you. Oh, no. You froze. Shite. I'm out of ammo. Oh, this is...
Oh, no. You craft?
Not here, no. Which is actually kind of weird, because a lot of games do let you craft something like on your person.
Sure,
and then you need the table. Oh, jeez. Oh, he got decimated. I'll get you up in a second. But hold on.
Devour Money, I wanted to know how would you rate the character creator? Like a lot of flexibility?
You're asking the wrong person there because I don't know what a good one's like, you know?
Gotcha.
I'm very much like, I play a lot of third-person games or first-person shooters. Games that you don't really care about what's going on behind you. Oh.
Yeah. Yes, chat. That does look like King DDD from Kirby as well. So we can just add that to Nintendo's big list of things.
It's like old YouTube, right? If you can't get demonetized if too many copyright claims come your way. So like, who's
at a certain point the system's like, well, this can't be right.
Yeah. And this is what I was getting at: how you have different like spawn areas.
Yeah.
Once you die, you can go collect your own stuff. You can even just turn that off. I've not seen what these are like, but if it's anything like Ark, I imagine starting in these areas is like starting there. It's just a different. And if you ever get sick of it.
Sure.
So
the maps aren't randomly generated. Everyone's map's gonna look the same, but where you start,
you all start in the same spot.
You all start in the same spot.
Yep. You all. I've started
I guess that initial area
games.
did feel very tutorial-y.
Yeah, very. It's a good enough place for one.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean by like the water types are the weakest part because they tend to either look like water walking on land or they just fly.
Can you swim?
Yeah. You don't dive. It's more of like you're in the water, and that's that.
Okay. Yeah. Legally swimming.
Legally swimming, yeah. There's nothing in the water. I'm not sure if a lot of survival craft games put anything in the water at the start.
Yeah.
Where are we?
I think it's more in like the single player open world games you find.
There's a fella here. What's up, bud?
Yeah, who's that? Who's just chilling on the beach?
You're new around here, aren't you? Oh. I guess it's just other people. I think funny enough, what I miss is it like in Pokemon where you're just walking around and then some dude, hey, I want to challenge you to a Poke fight.
Yeah, I
Outside
like
of the
that,
dungeons, there are no like battles, so to speak.
Yeah, and I always like that in the even playing Leaf Green, which I keep bringing up just because it's the most recent one I played. But I like the kind of personality in the trainers. Like you'll have like spunky kids or weird old men or like people who are super into fitness or Team Rocket. Like I like that there's kind of personality to the folks who reside on each route and wanna fight you.
Ooh. Wait, what? I hate when there's things in the water. It got me to stop playing Far Cry 3. You talking about like when you dive in and sometimes there's a croc, so it just it grabs you, it's like a cut scene of like, oh Jesus. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I love that.
I'm imagining that happened to you recently.
Yeah, I didn't think it could. I was like, whoa, why don't games do that now? It's the best game of 2023. Let's see. 156. I want to at least throw myself in the volcano.
Perfect. That's a beautiful little end goal to the stream.
I'll go there. Yeah, let's do that, so to speak. I think it's pretty solid the way like the baseline is. I have not used any of the sliders yet. I'm not really against it. That was kind of an issue I had with Arc. Actually, that's a notorious issue that it has. Is everyone says put it on times 10 because the normal is insufferable.
Yeah.
And then that tree was out there somewhere. I wish I could show how, frankly, horrible the ice place is for trekking through right now. I feel I can't attest to an end game. These areas here seem very fleshed out. These don't outside of the boss fights that you have to get there. And I don't know, the tree is up here, but there's a big red wall in the way once you get close to it. And I don't know if that is beat the towers and then come here, or there is no content here because it's in a really weird place. There's nothing on it. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like traditional for early access games. They will have a sign of like not in game yet, or
sure, yeah,
like demos, like not in it's only in the full version. That's all right. I'm gonna sacrifice myself now to the volcano,
to the volcanic gods.
Oh, it's hot, but I'm naked. It's fine. Yeah, that thing over there, that little green thing, if you get that, that's an effigy that increases your catch rate.
Beautiful.
Let's see what'll get me first. Heat damage or fall damage?
A little bit of both.
That looked like fall damage more than burning.
It's so dumb.
Grand stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we are near the end. Marty, give us the plugs. Tell us what's going on.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for joining us. It means the world. That was our Palworld, I guess, pre-launch day stream. The game is launching on Friday. You can check it out then. Available for $30 or on PC and Xbox Game Pass. In an hour, we will be back, Casey and Nick, with the backlog playing. The name of that game I already forgot again. Son of a bitch. Something's
Beneath
Orsi.
the Ressa.
Beneath the Ressa.
Yeah, it's like Slay the Spire, but only as the Ironclad. Yeah.
There you go. Coming back in an hour. And then we'll have streams all week. Your familiar stuff. Tomorrow, the usual time, 3 p.m. Central, Yahtzee tries. I believe you're going to be joining them for us for that.
I believe so.
Playing Portal Revolution, the new, much hyped, full-on Portal mod campaign that is kind of a prequel to Portal 2, sequel to Portal 1. And then Firelink tomorrow night. Thursday, 2 p.m. Central, Nick and I will be streaming, doing a live watch-along to the Xbox Developer Direct. We're going to be seeing more of the Indiana Jones game and Hellblade and whatnot. Then Nick will probably be doing Shoot the Shit after that. Normal Devil May Cry stream Thursday evening. Starstruck Vagabond playtest. See Yahtzee's game at noon on Friday. All sorts of good streams for you. And remember here, this is your new home for streams, the main channel. Streams are going to be on the main channel from now on, sunsetting the live channel for now. So great to have you guys here and excited to be goofing around with you guys. How about you?
There is full damage. Cool. As far as
There you go.
I'm concerned, new cold take came out yesterday. We cracked the first cold one out on Hades in anticipation of
Hell
Hades 2. Go give that one a watch as we set up for more cold takes in general, more reviews, I believe, for streams. Be on the Wednesday one with Yahtzee, of course. Trying out the Portal stuff. Saturday, I believe, will be the next one after that, and it's going to be Will and I got to figure out what we're going to play, but it's going to be spicy with the boy every single time. And then Sunday we've got newly released. I'm not sure what Amy's got in mind for that, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you all for watching. This has been us. This has been Palworld. Thank you for the support.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you all in a couple of hours.
Yeah.